All right, we're back live with the Celebrate Nashville, Celebrate Talks, hosted by NECAT at the Nashville Public Library. I'm your host, Lee Booley, and I am here with Chris Alford. Nice to meet you, Chris.
Nice to be here. Thank you. Yeah.
It's a beautiful, brisk fall day, a little cool. So
it
you
is.
got the jacket on.
I got the jacket on. I just purchased this poncho as well, so to keep me extra warm.
Very cool. So there's good vendors here at Celebrate.
Fantastic vendors. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you are with the Catholic Diocese of Nashville. Am I saying that right?
Indeed. I'm with the Catholic Diocese of Nashville, and today we are out advertising our New Americans program, which is a refugee resettlement agency. So yeah, what we do is refugees come over from all different countries, and we welcome them to Nashville. We get them housing, collect them from the airport. Get them set up with healthcare, the kids enrolled in school, everything that they need to start living life in the U.S.
That's really cool. So where do you see refugees coming? What are some of the main countries? Do we see trends coming to Nashville?
Well, yeah, definitely. So Nashville was recently made the sister city of Kurdistan. You know about this?
I've heard a little bit about it. Tell me more.
Well, basically, Nashville has the largest community of Kurds outside of the Middle East. So we have loads of people from Kurdistan coming over consistently making Nashville their home. But we have other countries, include Afghanistan. After the evacuation, we had a lot of people come over from there. We also have Ukrainians. And then just people from places like Eritrea, the Congo, anywhere that there's some disaster and some people fleeing some unimaginable circumstances. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good that Nashville can be a welcoming place, and everything your organization's doing. It's kind of sad to think about it often being a disaster or some kind of tragedy that prompts that, but it certainly adds to the rich cultural fabric that makes Nashville such an interesting and cool, vibrant place to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the refugee program at your organization, how long has it been in operation?
Oh, over 65 years. Wow. So we are the largest refugee resettlement agency in Nashville. We resettle more refugees than any other organization. There's also NICE and there's also Inspiritus, and they do fantastic work also. But yeah, we've been running for 65 years. We're really committed to this work. We love it. We love welcoming people from other cultures. And like you said, it makes Nashville such a rich place. And I think that Nashville and Nashvillians inherently have this kind of welcoming, southern demeanor that makes refugees feel welcome here pretty quickly, and can help them acclimatize to life in the United States, which can be scary for somebody.
Yeah, I think picking up and going a new place takes a lot of courage, and definitely there's an adjustment period, whether it be language or just finding your basic way around town.
Mm-hmm.
It's certainly an adjustment. So how long have you been with the Catholic Diocese?
I began my job in March 2022, and as you can probably tell, I'm not a native Nashvillian. I moved from the UK in February 2022 and signed up with Catholic Charities and sort of hit the ground running.
Yep, I do hear the accent. I am a native Nashvillian. You might hear my accent.
Yeah, I do.
Nashvillians don't always have the thickest accent because there is so much outside influence. So many people from all over the country and world, and so our accent a lot of times is a little bit less than the super thick Southern accent. But back to the work you're doing with the refugees, what are some of the greatest needs that you see once they are in Nashville? What are some of the things you help them with?
Some of the greatest needs, I think that it's really important for volunteers and for the Nashville community to step up. I'm the volunteer manager for Catholic Charities. So what I try to do is I try to get the community involved in welcoming these refugees. So whether it would be people that can invite these people over for dinner, show them the parks, kind of show them around town, help them with like learning English, because a lot of the time refugees will get a lot of support from organizations and like case managers, which we have, and employment specialists, which we have, but they also need just people in their local community to come forward and say, hey, we are here for you, and we can help you in different ways, and we can welcome you to the city and show you the sights. So we're always trying to recruit more volunteers to help with that. But yeah, that's...
Well, let me ask you. Okay, so you're looking to recruit volunteers. How, if somebody's wanting to volunteer, what's a good way to get involved? Like, how can they reach you?
Okay, well, we have a volunteer website. So if you just typed in Catholic Charities Nashville volunteer, you'll be taken to our volunteer website, and it's all pretty self-explanatory. You can click volunteer now, and you'll be taken to our volunteer opportunities page, and on it you'll find all of the different volunteer opportunities with refugees. We have a fantastic refugee youth mentor program, for example, which tries to help, which gives one-on-one mentoring for refugee youth, to help them to get into things like colleges, to help them with school, to help them acclimatize to life here, because it can be real difficult for the kids also. We have case assistants, maybe helping with driving, all sorts for people to get involved with, and we love it. So we love the Nashville.
Yeah, I can tell that you're really passionate and enthusiastic about what you do. And yeah, I imagine for those volunteering, it's a really rich experience for them also, getting to meet somebody that probably has a very unique and interesting perspective.
Yeah.
And also, like, when I think about just traveling, like, I have done a little bit of traveling internationally, and when you go somewhere new, it does mean so much to you when there's a local that kind of helps you, like, find your way around and makes you feel welcome or, like, safe. Like, there's somebody that they can talk to and build that trust.
Yep. Yeah, that's a large part of it, and I've heard time and time again from our volunteers that their lives have been filled up by these volunteer experiences and by helping people when they're, really not necessarily at a high point in their life. They're kind of flabbergasted by where they are, and they need assistance, and they need that welcome, and they need that local person to come and show them the sights, like you said. And our volunteers say time and time again that they love volunteering, that their lives have become richer, that they've grown, that they've eaten some food they wouldn't necessarily have eaten, that they would have, just learned about another culture and shared their culture, which I think is a really special experience for all parties.
Definitely, that enriches life, keeps things interesting.
For sure.
I do want to do a little plug for the Nashville Public Library.
Cool.
You mentioned that we have a very large Kurdistan population here, and we have recently added a Kurdish collection of materials to the Edmondson Pike Branch Library.
Wow, cool.
Because there's such a large population, so we wanted to make sure we're servicing that. And additionally, we're currently working on translating our website to both Spanish and Arabic. We hope to do that this year. And then with Kurdish being the next language we want to translate to, that's where our information has shown us is that those are the 3 most spoken languages after English. And so that kind of lets me know that we're seeing large populations from those countries.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Get a library card, everyone.
Yeah, get a library card.
I need to get one myself. I've been meaning to for the next... I always buy my books, which is just silly. So it's costing me an arm and a leg.
Yes.
But I'm going to get a library card myself. Make sure you do too. And check it out.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate the plug. So do you have a tent here?
Yes, we do. We are just down here. And you can learn more about volunteering and about how to get involved. And yeah, come on down. We would love to speak to you.
A lot of fun stuff happening here today at Celebrate Nashville. If you have one last thing to leave our viewers with, what are you most excited about today?
I'm excited just to walk around and talk to some interesting people. I've already had conversations with 3 or 4 people about where they're from, about why they're here, and it's good vibes and just sharing our experiences and sharing our cultures.
Beautifully said. Thank you, Chris. It was really nice to meet you.
You too.
And I want to take a moment to thank all the people behind the scenes at the NECAT production studio. We are live broadcasting this to the NECAT channels 9, 10, and 19. Those are our education, arts, and public access channels. You can actually learn to make television, sign up for classes. Our staff manager Cameron McCaslin and Eric Lowy and Sam Burns at the NECAT production studio. They'll be happy to teach you about how to make television. We also have the Nashville Public Library production services staff behind the scenes with Hannah and Patty on sound and cameras, and my assistant Maria is here helping as well. So it's a really fun day at Celebrate Nashville, and so come on down to Centennial Park. You'll have a good time. Great to see you.